Hello to all my subscribers and new visitors, welcome. In this video, we're exposing 8 more fake trading platforms that are scamming people right now. I'm the only person out here exposing exactly how these scammers operate and lure innocent people into their traps. No filters, no sugarcoating, just the truth. This is part of a larger network. 2 main organizations are behind these platforms, RDP Deals and Lexium. They run multiple fake websites with different names but the same scam tactics. Once again, Trustpilot has failed. Fake reviews and high ratings continue to trick people, and Trustpilot does nothing. In fact, they're promoting these platforms through ads. Now you see Golden Shore Company on Trustpilot, and once again, you see how Trustpilot fails. There are 2 listings with nearly identical names, slight differences in spelling, but both appear to represent the same entity. One is rated 4 stars, the other 4.3 stars. We'll call them by name because, according to the information available, there is no real company behind either of these profiles. Let's start with the first one, rated 4 stars. The listed address is in Toronto, Canada. Interestingly, this profile has been blocked by Trustpilot. You can no longer leave reviews. That seems like a good move, right? But then we try to visit the website linked on the profile. The result? This site can't be reached. Now take a closer look at the name in the address bar. It's almost the same as the second profile, just a slight variation. So let's check the second profile, the one rated 4.3 stars. Same address, Toronto, same street, same building. But this one is still live and active. Now we look at the reviews, all of them are glowing 5-star reviews. Let's go back again, same address, same high rating. The goal? Clearly to present a highly rated, trustworthy company. Now we visit this second website, and this time it works. The page is up and running. But look closely, same names, same content, just slight changes in spelling or formatting. Trustpilot's algorithm doesn't catch it. But humans? We can see the difference. And once again, Trustpilot fails to detect the manipulation. Trustpilot fails to recognize the pattern, and it's the users who pay the price. Next up is Hypertrade's 3 identical names for fake trading platforms. This time, they simply change the domain .com, US, and .net. And of course, they're all highly rated. Let's start with the one ending in .net. But it's too late. We don't know how many people have already been scammed. The only address listed is in the United States. These scammers have been active since 2022. The last review was posted only because Trustpilot hadn't removed it yet. Now, let's check the US domain. Same address, United States. Again, you can't leave a review. The last review is also from 2022. We visit the website. This site can't be reached, meaning the domain has been taken down by the provider. Now the final one, the .com domain. It has a high rating, with about 10 glowing reviews. This version was relaunched after 3 years, using the same tactics, but with a different address. Once again, all the reviews are 5 stars, designed to mislead investors. Let's visit the website. The homepage looks very similar to the Golden Shore site. That kind of similarity is only possible if the same group is behind both scams. Hypertrades and Golden Shore are run by the same scam network, using the same tricks over and over. Monara Capital, another scam network slipping through Trustpilot's cracks. Next on our list is Monara Capital, and once again, we find 3 different profiles, each with slightly altered names and high ratings, despite being part of the same fraudulent scheme. Domain, monaracapital.pro. The profile shows several positive reviews, but now you can't leave new reviews as Trustpilot has blocked this page. However, before any action was taken, the scammers had already posted fake 5-star reviews, which remain visible. This is a perfect example of how Trustpilot ends up supporting scammers by allowing them to build fake credibility before enforcement kicks in. When we try to visit the website, this site can't be reached. It's already been taken down by the domain provider. Domain monaracapital.ld. This version contains 59 fake reviews showing just how aggressive and persistent the scammers are. Once again, the site is offline, and you cannot leave reviews. Yet, Trustpilot still displays a 4-star rating, despite the fact that the business is non-functional and fraudulent. This is clear evidence that Trustpilot's algorithm is weak and easily manipulated, misleading investors into thinking they're dealing with a trustworthy platform. Domain manaracapital.iq. This profile is still active and live, with 19 positive reviews and an impressive-looking 4.6-star rating. Address listed? Just United Kingdom, vague and unverifiable. The website is still up, and interestingly, the homepage is visibly different from the others. It seems the scammers tried to get a bit more creative this time, but different design doesn't mean it's legitimate. Trustpilot's failure, scammers win. The Manara Capital case shows just how easily scammers can exploit Trustpilot by creating multiple domains with minor name changes. While fake reviews flood in, Trustpilot reacts slowly by the time action is taken. The damage is already done. Meanwhile, ordinary investors are left misled by high ratings, fake reviews, and broken websites. Stay tuned, we'll continue exposing more platforms in this growing network of review-based scams. Interactive Pro, another scam hidden behind Trustpilot ratings. Now let's take a look at Interactive Pro, yet another so-called trading platform currently rated 4 stars on Trustpilot, with a listed address in the United Kingdom. But if you look a little closer, you'll find something familiar. 2 different profiles with the name Interactive, with only slight variations, just enough to bypass Trustpilot's algorithm and mislead investors. Profile 1 rating, 3.4 stars. When you click on this version, Trustpilot has disabled the ability to leave reviews, a sign they finally took some action. The address? Still listed in the UK. Let's visit the homepage. This site can't be reached. The domain has been taken down by the provider. Profile 2 Interactive Pro rating. 4 stars. This version is still active and public with positive reviews and a high rating. But the homepage is also disabled. The website doesn't exist anymore. Despite this, Trustpilot still shows a 4-star rating and even allows new reviews to be posted. This is yet another clear example of how scammers manipulate Trustpilot. Clone a name. Iron Bulls, another copy-paste trading scam? Next on the list is Iron Bulls, a platform that currently has no rating on Trustpilot, and its listed address is simply United States, with no further details. Let's take a look at the homepage, and what we see is very telling. The design looks strikingly similar to that of Golden Shore. Is it just a coincidence, or another clone in a growing scam network? One key detail stands out. In the center of the Iron Bulls homepage, there's a scrolling ticker with cryptocurrency price updates. If you compare this to HyperTrader, their homepage is almost identical, but without the scrolling price ticker in the center. So the question is, this is no coincidence. It's a clear pattern, and yet another sign that these platforms are run by the same. This is undeniable evidence that Trustpilot is being used knowingly or not to promote and support scam trading platforms. We'll continue exposing more of these networks. Clarity, a new level of deception. Professional, with a Bitcoin logo placed prominently at the top, a clear attempt to build credibility. They list their location as Toronto, Ontario, with a full address in a high-rise building. But here's a red flag. There's no unit or suite number, and this building contains over 100 businesses. This is a classic scam tactic, using a large office building to appear legitimate while giving no real identifying details. To add to the illusion, they also list a second address in Zurich, Switzerland, claiming to have offices worldwide. Vice Matrix, same scam. 2 names, different ratings. Now let's take a look at Vice Matrix, yet another case of duplicate scam profiles slipping through Trustpilot's system. There are 2 profiles with nearly the same name. One has 0 stars, not rated yet. The other has a suspiciously strong 4-star rating. Profile 10 stars. No reviews. When we click on this one, we notice the name is written slightly differently, just a minor change in wording. There are no ratings yet, and Trustpilot has already blocked the page from receiving reviews. The listed address is in Cyprus. Trying to visit the website, disconnected. It's already been taken down by the domain provider. Profile 4 stars. Active. Now we go back and click on the 4-star rated profile. Look closely, the name is almost identical, but with a small change, like a hyphen. Once again, Trustpilot's algorithm fails to detect that this is the same scam operation. AMP Alliance, another exposed scam platform. Now we come to AMP Alliance, and here's where we can actually see Trustpilot's algorithm doing something right for a change. It's grouped this profile among other suspicious trading platforms, which shows just how easy it is to find these scams when you know what to look for. Let's break it down. Trustpilot rating, 3.8 stars, 45 reviews in total, but the big question is, how many of those were fake and later audited? Despite the suspicious activity, AMP Alliance is now blocked. You can no longer leave reviews, which typically means Trustpilot recognized the risk but too late. By the time action was taken, the scammers had already done their job.
If you like what we do, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. It really helps us keep exposing these scams and reaching more people.
Registration process, the hidden pattern behind the scam platforms. Let's take a closer look at the registration and sign-up process across these suspicious trading platforms, and what we find is alarming. The same design, same layout, and only minor tweaks enough to fool algorithm. We start with Golden Shore. Take note of the login process and the platform's layout. This will become important as we continue. HyperTrader, the sign-up page looks slightly different, but once you enter the platform, it's exactly the same, just with a white theme. Same structure, same interface. Now we move to Manara Capital. The sign-up starts with a different name, and the registration form also looks slightly altered. When we try to register, we notice something interesting. The email input field only accepts letters and symbols in a specific format. The platform layout is different, but this is just a variation we need to remember, because similar designs will appear again. Let's jump into Royal Stone Group. The registration process now mirrors the earlier platforms again. Another red flag. Platform name, still Iron Bulls, with a big Get Started button. What do we see? The same registration layout and identical platform design as HyperTrader. Clarity sign-up process is simple and identical. Very hard to make any mistakes perfect for targeting beginners in the trading world. The platform itself seems user-friendly, but again, almost identical to the rest. Now we try signing up on Vice Matrix. The registration is quick and easy, just like all the others. If you look to the left side of the screen, you'll see icons and layout elements exactly like those on other platforms. In fact, on the left-hand menu, the platform names sometimes change, but the interface is an exact copy. Sometimes the only thing that's different is the color scheme. All of these platforms different names, different fake stories, but the same core design. It's not just suspicious. It's evidence of a coordinated scam network, repackaging the same software under new names to continue misleading investors. Lexium, another proof that Trustpilot fails to protect users. Now we turn to Lexium, and once again, we see Trustpilot failing to stop scam platforms from manipulating ratings. There are two versions of Lexium, Lexium.com rated 4.7 stars, with 35 reviews, Lexium.uk rated 3 stars, With just 4 reviews, Lexium.uk 3 stars. We start with the 3-star version. Only 4 reviews and already blocked by Trustpilot. You can't leave any new reviews. Trying to visit the site? It's offline, blocked by the domain provider. Lexium.com, 4.7 stars. Now let's check the higher rated version on Trustpilot. 35 reviews, most of them 5-star, all sounding suspiciously generic and overly positive. How many are fake? Likely most. Their only purpose is to artificially boost Lexium's reputation. Lexium's homepage is still live for now, and they even display fake trading certificates. They list a phone number, but good luck getting an answer. And here's the problem. Trustpilot doesn't require any certification to list a company. You can build a simple homepage and immediately start scamming investors with Trustpilot's unintentional support. Let's be real, scammers pay to be promoted, and Trustpilot profits from the exposure. Thank you for watching and following this breakdown. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe to stay updated. We'll continue exposing more scam trading platforms and stepping on their schemes. Stay safe. Stay informed. More to come. And let's not forget, the person you see front and center on the site is likely teaching scammers how to lure new investors, pretending to be a mentor, while helping fraudsters build trust and steal money.